lads, it's Tubian Talks Footy, and in today's video, the Premier League season is finally here. 2020 to 21 season. We haven't been made to wait that long, but it's here. The wait is over. And this is finally my Premier League predictions. Every week on this series, we're going to be getting a guest on. We'll get points according to whether we get the score right. So here is how the scoring system works. If you get a score correctly, so let's say for instance it's Arsenal v Spurs, and I predict 4-0 and it's 2-0, I get 1 point. Let's say I predict 4-0 and it is 4-0, I get 3 points. So 1 point for the correct outcome, 3 points for the correct bang on score, and no point for anything else. It's just like that. It's going to be me versus the guest every week on this show. Let's get right into it for the Game Week 1 prediction, and kicking off our series and the Premier League season is Craven Cottage, Fulham versus the boys. It is Arsenal. It will be a tough game in parts for Arsenal. Alexander Mitrovic is a very big handful for our defenders, and obviously Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba expected to start. Mitrovic could be a handful. I am going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to bag a brace, back again at Craven Cottage. He loves playing there. Last year, I think he also got a brace, or was that Lacazette? I don't know. But I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. Aaron is my guest this week. He's also an Arsenal fan, has a soft spot for Fulham as well. So don't be surprised if he goes for a Fulham win. Aaron, my good mate, he is this week's guest. Let's see what his prediction is for this one.
What's up, guys? My name's Aaron. You could call me an Arsenal fan, but lots of people like to say otherwise. And I'm going to be giving my predictions for the first weekend of the Premier League. So the first game is going to be Arsenal-Fulham. I think it will be a 3-1 win for the Gunners, my club. I think Aubameyang will get 2 goals, and maybe Granit Xhaka or someone in the midfield like Dani Ceballos, who will play a big part in his first game since he's been loaned back, obviously. And I think someone in the midfield of Fulham, because Mitrovic will be heavily marked, like Harrison Reed, could get a goal back for the Cottagers. So that's my prediction, 3-1.
Thank you, Aaron. Now there's 2 3 o'clock kickoffs. First of them comes from Selhurst Park as Crystal Palace host Southampton. Southampton have a very good record there. I think they're unbeaten there in 5 or 6 years, something like that, and I reckon they'll continue that record, go to Selhurst Park in South London and beat Roy Hodgson's boys 2-1. Danny Ings and Nathan Redmond to bag the goals for Ralph Hasenhüttl's boys. Jordan, are you to bag a consolation? Aaron, what are you saying, lad?
For the second game of the weekend, it is, of course, Crystal Palace versus Southampton. Here, I think Southampton will be getting a 2-1 win. I don't know for Crystal Palace, obviously, they have a new signing of Eberechi Eze, but I don't think he'll hit the mark immediately. Someone like Jeffrey Schlupp, Andros Townsend, some of the wingers who are underrated in shadow of Wilfried Zaha. And Ings and Ward-Prowse for Southampton are normal goal scorers who can provide an attacking capability as well. So 2-1 for the Southampton boys there.
Second of the 2 3 o'clock kickoffs comes from the London Stadium as West Ham host Steve Bruce's Newcastle, who only today signed Callum Wilson from Bournemouth for 20 million. I'm not the biggest fan of that signing, but will I be proved wrong? We'll have to find out, and I think there's going to be loads and loads of goals in this one. Alan Saint-Maximin will be firing 2 goals for him. Newcastle will come away 3-2 winners. Jared Bowen and Mikel Antonio to get the goals for the Iron. It's going to be a brilliant game. Loads of goals. Two good attacks. West Ham's fairly leaky defence, and Newcastle's defence will not be able to handle Antonio. 3-2 to the Magpies. Aaron, take it away.
The third game is West Ham Newcastle, and I think this could be a dull affair with a goalless score. However, West Ham do have great aerial ability, and someone like Issa Diop or Angela Ogbonna could score a lucky goal. While I would like to get to Alan Saint-Maximin, who is in my fantasy team, to get a good start, I don't think it will be, and I think it will be a 0-0 or a 1-0 or something silly like that. So 1-0 for that game.
Right, there's only 4 games on Saturday the 12th of September, and the final one of those comes from Anfield as Liverpool host promoted Leeds, Marcelo Bielsa's boys, and this is the most highly anticipated fixture of the opening weekend. I'm going to be doing a live match reaction to that game, showing you my live reactions to the actual game. It's going to be absolute scenes, and my prediction for that is a 3-0 Liverpool home win. Mo Salah to bag a brace. Leeds will find it very, very difficult straight away in the Premier League to come to the reigning champions. Jurgen Klopp knows what he's doing, so do his lads. I'm saying they're going to come away, keep a clean sheet, 3-0 to the Scouse. Jaffy, what are you saying, mate?
Title winners Liverpool would love to get off to a winning start against newly promoted Leeds, who do have a good side, but I don't think good enough in terms of playing Liverpool. With new signings like Robin Koch and Rodrigo, they could be an attacking threat, but I think Mane from the Community Shield didn't play well, would love to get off to a good start in the Premier League, and someone like Naby Keita, who looked good in the last 30 minutes, could get a goal.
4 games left to go, and the first of those 4 comes on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff at the Hawthorns. Newly promoted West Bromwich Albion host Midlands rivals Leicester. This is going to be a very, very highly contested battle. Slaven Bilic's boys will be eager to kick off the season in style, and I'm going to say it will be a 2-1 Leicester win. Leicester have a very, very good record at the Hawthorns, as does Jamie Vardy. I'm saying he's going to bag a brace. Maybe a cheeky James Maddison third. I'm saying 2-1 to Leicester. Charlie Austin to get the goal for the Baggies. This is going to be a very, very good match. Aaron, what is your prediction for this?
In the 5th game is West Brom Leicester. Obviously, Leicester had a solid season last season, not finishing in the Champions League, but finishing very well. But I think they will only get a 1-0 win against newly promoted West Brom, who do have Grady Diangana from West Ham, which is a solid player. I think Charlie Austin as well, good threat. But I think it'll only be 1-0 Leicester. I think Harvey Barnes, someone who can score, or Yuri Tielemans, who's really good in the midfield, could be the providing attack that Leicester need to win this game.
And Sunday's 4:30 kickoff comes from the homeless shelter, the Spuds. The Spurs host Everton, and I really do hate to say it, I think Spurs are going to win this one. What the hell's going on? Everton have had a decent transfer window so far, bringing in Alan James Rodriguez. Probably he should be an Everton player by this time the video goes up. If he's not, then I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a 3-1 Spurs win. Harry Kane to bag a brace. I'm not saying any more. 3-1 Spurs. Jaffy, what are you saying?
Spurs come up against Everton in their first fixture, and I think this will be a 2-1 win for Spurs, with their main goal-scoring threats, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, scoring. I think for Everton, people like Allen and Richarlison won't make a start straight away, but someone like Michael Keane from the back, who I think, in my opinion, is a bit underrated, or Dominic Calvert-Lewin can get a goal back. But overall, I think it'll be a 2-1 win for Spurs in their first fixture.
Now, the penultimate game of the weekend is on Monday night at the Amex Stadium. Brighton host Chelsea, and I can only see a 2 or 3-0. I'm going to go for 2-0. Keep it down. Timo Werner will bag his first goal of the Premier League season, and probably the first of many. Brighton, once again, good transfer window. Their defence is very, very solid considering where they are, well, where they probably will end up in the table and where they ended up last season. Chelsea will prove too strong for them, and I don't really see a lot of attacking threats in the Brighton side. 2-0 to the Chelsea.
One of the 2 games on Monday night is Chelsea, who have spent a lot in the transfer window with Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, lots of transfers, Malang Sarr. And I think they will come up against Brighton and win 3-0. Obviously, that was the first pre-season fixture they played, and they did well, where they had 2,500 fans there. I think Werner can get a goal. I think Havertz, if he starts, can play a big part, most assists. And I think Olivier Giroud, if he starts, will get a goal. So 3-0 Chelsea in that game.
And finally, the final game of Premier League Game Week 1. Only 8 of them today. Sheffield United host Wolves in the battle of the shithouses. Let's be real, both of these teams don't score many, they don't concede many either, and that is why I'm going to go for a sneaky 1-0 away win to Wolves. Either Adama Traore or Raul Jimenez to bag the goal. Aaron, what is your prediction? Take it away for the final time today.
In the final game of this weekend that I'll be predicting, it's Sheffield United versus Wolves. And this affair, I think, will be 1-1, maybe goalless, but I think they do have goal threats to score. Sheffield United have a lot of players who can score. Egan, Fleck, McGoldrick are all good players who could get some goals. And for Wolves, I think it's only Raul Jimenez and maybe their new signing, Fabio Silva, if he plays. But I think Raul Jimenez is the only threat there who will get the goal for them. Obviously, good players like João Moutinho and Ruben Neves can supply from the midfield, but I think someone like Diogo Jota, Raul Jimenez will be the goal scorer for Wolves in that fixture. So 1-1 draw.
There we go, lads. That is the end of today's Premier League Game Week 1 predictions. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe for more of this type of content. I hope you did enjoy it. Thank you to my guest Aaron, the Arsenal lad, obviously the lad himself, for coming on the channel. It was a pleasure to have you on, mate. What a brilliant video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye in a bit. Up the Gunners for tomorrow. Come on.